Welcome to a new video, another museum video. We're doing this today. Beautiful weather today. Go. They used to wash clothes. Huh. It's interesting. Bonnie and Clyde. I was the first one to run the state prison. It looks like he should have been in one. So it goes from this to all kinds of workers. To an era of reform. So that's 72. Pretty important trial. Here's the present day. Some of the old school farming equipment. That would have been rough. That's all items that prisoners have made. That's pretty funny. Here's all employees. Guards that all have died while guarding. We'll show you this. Where's the gun? It was used to kill him, and then he drowned this other guy. But then he was acquitted of all charges. How he got acquitted, I don't know, but some wrongdoing has happened. And Aubrey's only interested in riding the horse made by inmates. There's all the badges. The different uniforms they wear. What is this one? There's no date. Found it. All made by inmates. Check out the weapons used. Shotguns, machine guns, pistols. Of course, this being Texas. They had a rodeo. Pretty famous. It ran for many years. Look at these cameras. This was used until 1964. And this one? Used from 64 to 91. So that was in use for a long time. So if you couldn't read that, everybody works. Everybody works. But you cannot work, you're not able to work, or you're on death row. It says it's a boring life, so you gotta do something that's made of soap. This is also made of soap. There's the tubes that used for the death row stuff. It's a whole workup of it right here. Some last meal requests. This is what they use to this day. These dudes were put to death using this. Old Sparky. That's a real one. That's the real deal. But that same one is right there. Famous inmates. Clyde. Somebody that may know who killed JFK. Crosby, famous musician. People escape death row. All these weapons fashioned by inmates. Wow. That bike used by this guy.
Huge acreages of land and fertile soil.
So I'm going. Says I can't use the top bunk. That's messed up. So can I use the bottom button? Here's a toilet. Please don't use it, Sam.
For display purposes only.
So 2 people. I assume 2 people in here. This is the space. This is tiny. I mean, this is like a closet to most people nowadays. But they have 1 chair, 1 table. I assume it's things that they could have. I mean, have y'all tried the bed? Wow, feels like I'm gonna fall. Not sure what that's made out of, but it's not comfortable. So they got storage boxes too. So there's 1 up there, 1 below the bed. So I assume they got to lock up their personal belongings if you were in not on death row. So this is what I'm reading. The cell that I'm in. Heated, but not air conditioned. This was a big cell, I think, but small to real life. So we're leaving the museum. There's the guard tower. I think now though we're gonna go see the wall unit that houses death row. We're gonna go look at that, and then yeah, I think that'll be it. Pretty cool. Lots of reading. 2 days of museums. We've done lots of reading in these things. On the way out, there's a syrup kettle here. Big old thing. Wow, it's huge. Look at this guy. It's a huge model of the place with the big prison. I assume it's this one. So I had to go back in because I missed that imposter and the model of the whole place. So I think we may go next door. There's like a veterans museum next door. We're gonna go see what that's about. So next door to the prison museum, it's like some kind of veteran place. There's a big truck that's running over here. United States Army helicopter. Big old propeller blade there. Huge. Huge. Careful, Ayla. Huge. That doesn't look very safe. Look at the leg room in here. Doors open. Wow. Man, that's nothing. So you got big vehicles, small vehicles. It's like a MASH Jeep. No, here's a MASH Jeep. I just found a MASH Jeep. There's a Humvee. But here's a MASH Jeep. Check this out. Babe, where's this one from? Is that for MASH? There's a MASH Jeep. Let's take a look at it. Look at that. Look at it.
Put your foot right here. There you go.
Taylor's driving the Jeep now. I'm not too sure what this is. Check out the pedals and stuff in there. Still trying to find a date on this thing. I know it was made road legal May of 1980. Now check out the size of this thing behind me. It is ginormous. Let's look inside of it real quick. Hard to really see inside, but there's the dirt on the windshield. Or the windows, I mean. Check that out. Apparently there's a sign over here that talks about this. So let's have a look at that. Which is right here. Oh, there it is. Huh. Oh, that's a Huey. Huh. I didn't realize they were that big. That's huge. Huge. So here's this tank. Info about it, and it's right here. It's huge too. I mean, just check out how big the tracks are. Ginormous. That's 30 miles an hour, which is probably slow to the M1 nowadays, but of course it's got the rubberized track, so you can drive it onto I guess roads. I really don't know. Ginormous. Ginormous. 4 men had to work in there to do it all. To do what all it can do. That's huge. There's some jets over here. So that's where I'm at now. Hart's Veterans Complex. So this is what's in front of this place. I'm about to go check out these two. Me personally, I've never seen a jet up close. So this is gonna be interesting. Okay, so sitting next to this thing, it's huge. And it's a weird metal type. But yeah. What is that? Missile? Bomb and drop, or is it a missile that shoots? Oh, it's a missile that shoots, sure. If I don't get hit in the head by these things. But check out the back. So I assume it's a missile when propellant comes out of there. That's what I'm assuming. I have no idea. But let's look at the back of this thing. Wow. But that's impressive. Of course, Yellow Jackets like it now, but I mean, it's a lot of stuff to rely on. And so, F-16 Fighting Falcon, which is what that is. Check that out. Maybe Apache? I think it might be an Apache, but it's huge. I don't get to look at it though. Can we look at the jet too? You can't like look at the bubble. That's what I really wanted to do, but there's no like steps and it's really tall. That thing is ginormous. I mean, that single blade. Sorry, I'm not even pointing at it. That single blade up there is really wide. Oh, I think there used to be a plaque here talking about it, but I don't see it. Dang it. I'm not sure what, check out this big vehicle that's driving. He's driving one of the big trucks. That's cool. I'm not sure what this is all about. Yeah, that thing is a stinky old diesel. That's where I'm walking now. Big sign there. I'm not sure what this is all about, but there's like benches with stuff. I'm gonna see what this is all about. Bench represents somebody that was killed in action during the Vietnam War times. And there's a bunch of them. There's also little plates on the ground. As I walk down the path, it goes up in years. 66 is the people that first died, 67, 68, 69. But there's another 68. Pilot cheerleader. I'm not sure what that is. Served Air Mobile. Wow, let's check out it. Corporal, U.S. Army, February 8th, 1971, Walker County. Last Vietnam casualty. Major Dan Miller, Air Force. Missing in action. Another one of those Hueys. But out in the middle of a little plaque thing. I'm not going to walk to it. It's really cool to see all this. Never been here, first time coming. This is in Huntsville, Texas, by the way. It's right. This is right next door to the Texas Prison Museum. So cool stuff to look at. This one is hard to see with all the light, but that's this one here. I assumed that the other bridge section had a sign for it too, but it was all faded and gone, so I couldn't really show that off. All right, I'm gonna walk to the car. I'm gonna go look at the wall unit or something like that. I'm not sure what it's called, but Huntsville Prison, I think, where the death row inmates are.
People up there in
That's it. One guard tower.
just stepped out of his tower up there.
Did he?
Yeah, he's out on this little balcony.
Oh, there we go. So this is the wall unit. This is where they carry out all of the executions, even to this day. Family waiting area. Guess it's a place to eat, plus to sit and wait. It's back there. I mean, it's an old school building. Big walls, guard towers, barbed wire. Little guard tower up there. I'm just gonna walk down the street so I can look on the side to see how big of a building. Doesn't seem to be that, you know, it's so old school looking too. It's no idea of the year when this was built, but I'm gonna look it up and I'll tell you. Yeah, it is pretty good size. It's way down. There's a place back here past the stop sign that says release checks or cashier for free. There's lots of cops here. Of course, it's a prison area, but man, they're everywhere. Next door to the wall unit is a big Texas Criminal Justice Unit. Huge area. Goes way down the street. Big place. Here comes my ride. She's got a gun. I don't really know what this is all about.
It's maybe maintenance.
Could be, yeah.
That's the alarm for us.
It's the alarm saying, please stop recording. So is the white building the older part, y'all?
Appears, yeah.
Appears to be older. Oh, it's all this old school stuff. Region 1 Director's Office. The rodeo, there's a big rodeo sign here. I'm gonna go see what it says. There's a plaque. So, that's what this is. Cool rodeo stuff. Looking at the plaque here, it's all name on there. That's cool. But I think there's a big sign somewhere else. Let me go find it. So that wall prison has been there since 1849. It's been there a long time. So that's it for this whole video about museums for today. It's all Texas State Prison Museum and Hearts of Veterans Museum, and in the oldest unit here in Texas, which is called the Walls Unit, which houses the death row inmates and other people too that I read. So thanks for watching. Thanks. Give me a thumbs up, and until the next one, bye bye.